Well, it's day 2. I'm on my way from Revelstoke, BC to Calgary, Alberta. I'm enthralled, even right now, what I see in front of me. Okay, wait. Let's do this. It's endless. For someone who doesn't live here, it's just breathtaking. It's overcast and rainy today. It started that way when I walked out this morning at 6 a.m. When I left the house today at around 2:30, it was sunny, but now it's raining again, which is fine. It gives me a little bit of a break. So I had a couple of bulletproof coffees. I started off with the usual, and the way I make my bulletproof coffee is coconut oil, butter, heavy whipped cream, a little bit of cacao, some vanilla. I use my wand blender and just make that into a delicious, frothy, nutritious fat bomb that I enjoy so much. And then I plated a half an avocado, a quarter of a large tomato, and I fried up a half a meatball. I was so full by the time I finished that. And then while I was editing my day 1 video, I had another bulletproof coffee. And that's all I've had today so far. Oh, let me talk about the wine. That was a bad idea. I arrived last night around 6:30, 7 p.m. I was very tired, and I had a couple glasses of wine. I ended up having sleeping problem, and I was also having restless leg syndrome, something I have had in the past, and I had a little bit of acid indigestion. So overall, the wine wasn't a good idea. It was probably 10:30 by the time I fell asleep, and I woke up with a headache. So I wasn't feeling that great. It was raining. I had all that footage to edit for my day 1 video, and I just hunkered down and stayed in my pajama pants. So I eventually took a couple of ibuprofen, and that was my morning. I'm sorry, I just can't resist. And this was my problem yesterday. Maybe you could just never get sick of this. As if it's like, oh my God, look at this, it's so special. And it is, but it's never ending. This is just the way it is around here. So it's not like I have to keep videotaping this, but you don't have to search for this view. It's here. It's present. It's now. and I imagine that it's going to be like this for quite a while. So I think I'll probably just take some snaps. Oh, and the rain is gone and the sun is out again. So I feel good. I'm on my way to Calgary. I don't know where I'm going to stay or how that's going to work out or play out. I don't have any internet. I have no data on my phone right now. So I will go somewhere where I can get some internet once I arrive there. Last night I was able to find accommodation. I mean, it seemed like it was like a hostel, but I was concerned. It said 1 bed, single bed in a room shared with 4 people. I've never done that before. The experience was really nice too. I would like to maybe search for that kind of thing again, because the people were all really friendly. They were chatty, not overly overbearing or anything, just friendly and nice if you wanted to have a little chat. And little hotel rooms, especially if you don't want to blow your budget. They're kind of isolating. I mean, me, I really like that. I like being alone anyway, but oh my gosh, look at this. I'm gonna have an accident. I don't know. I might just have to get over the fact that my videos are going to be long. This is just, yeah. So as I was saying, if I can find a hostel type of situation that's so clean and upscale as what I had last night. I got this room for $55 a night. I had like a loft bunk. The building was new. Shared kitchen. So the rooms themselves don't have their own bathrooms, and that's the distinction, which is fine for me. The first hotel I went to was sold out, which was a blessing, because I probably would have paid, you know, the usual, and I think their rates were $150 plus, and all I needed was a comfortable bed, a clean place. There was some beautiful common areas I could sit, and I did, and enjoyed being comfortable while I was editing my video, so it was really great. So when I get to Calgary, I will go to a McDonald's or somewhere where I can get Wi-Fi, and I will search on booking.com, which I did last night, and I will look for a place to rest my head. I'm going to be coming into Calgary quite late, maybe 9 p.m., and that's dependent on if I see something interesting and want to stop. Okay, look at the sweet. Can't help myself. Majestic and awesome are words that come to mind. Formidable. And there's some serious wildlife in them hills too. Rugged country. Lots of bears, wildcats, grizzly bears too. Absolutely stunning and incredible. Did I mention that? Yeah. Something to see with your own eyes, and that's why I always wanted to make this drive. There's going to be places along the way that don't have such an obvious beauty, but I'm going to find beauty there. Saskatchewan, it's going to be so flat, just hectares and hectares and hectares of farmland, no hills, totally flat. But there's beauty there too. We'll find it, don't worry. Everything around here is made out of wood, and it's very noticeable. There's an abundance of lumber here in this province, and it's a renewable resource, so it's used abundantly. There's a mist in the air hanging at the tops of those mountains, and inside of that is a rainbow. I don't know if it's going to come through, and here comes the rain again. Not sure why. Maybe to protect against rock slides. We have another tunnel bridge here. It's not really a tunnel. It is a tunnel, but it's not underground. It's just, I think, to protect and hold the bank up to preserve the road. Oh yeah. And another one up there. 3 in a row. That's what it is. It's a fortification of the mountainside. They had to cut some down, but they couldn't hold it up unless they built something like a structure. A retaining wall, basically. Every once in a while, I'm encountering cyclists. And I don't mean any disrespect to them, but man, that's nothing I'd ever want to do, especially around here. Not always the most attentive driver, and I'm driving slow, if anything, not fast. But there's a line of cars behind me, and there's a line of cars in front of me. I just have to laugh if that guy behind me got impatient and wanted that extra space in front of me, and he's welcome to have it. And I'm just yabbering on here because it's an excuse to put the camera on the vista in front of us here. It's hopeless for me to think that I can do this trip and not shoot all of this roll. It's just incredible. I've never seen anything like this. So I'm about an hour outside of Revelstoke, heading east. Revelstoke is a ski town. This is definitely ski country. Okay, what's that sign? Moose crossing. Moose? Oh, mountain goat. If that's the real name of that animal. That's what it was depicted in the... Yeah, so Revelstoke is actually sold out in the winter. So ski bums are coming to this place. It's highly sought after. I'm sitting in my car loving every moment of this, thinking that there's someone that wants me to show it to them. What do you guys think of this? If you're still watching, comment below about this. I can check these comments imminently. Look over there. It's front, back, and both sides. It's just... Woo! Fred, pay attention. I mean, I can't... I have no words right there. I have no words for that. I should just shut up right now, because there's nothing I can say to add to what's in front of me right now, except to say that I'm going to start sharing some of this stuff unapologetically. I'm not going to worry about people saying it's too long, nobody wants to see that, or nobody wants to hear you rambling on, or because I already kind of hear that. But I was gonna do this trip with a 10-minute video per day. It's just, I'm sorry, that's just not gonna do this justice. I don't want to shoot all of this and then put 90% of it on the cutting room floor. I'm sorry, because I guess worst case scenario, no one else watches it, and I still have it as a record of my trip. Right now, what I'm looking at, I'm just in awe of. And the sun is shining on that right now. 3:29 p.m. I like to look at it. I don't want to climb it. I don't want to go camping in it. And I don't have to drive back here to see it either. But I am in awe. This is a spectacle. This is a spectacle to behold. Wouldn't you agree? There's trails, and if I hadn't left so late today, I would have gone on a couple hikes. Well, if it wasn't rainy weather. You know, I knew I was going to see some beautiful country, but this is hold your breath beautiful. You know, look over there. I mean, we're right in the middle of this. Just incredible. Driving through the mountains. This is worthy. Just to make a record of it. I can see now this video is going to be long. I'm probably going to throw it in and do a quick edit, and that's it. I have to laugh at myself because I had put my camera down and I had said, okay, Fred, now leave it for an hour. Just leave your camera for an hour before you pick it up again, because there's going to be more of this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There, oh my goodness. Guys, forget anything else that I've been doing in my life that I could talk about that would be of interest to anybody. And you know, it's been health and nutrition and dominated by water fasting and keto. Oh, mad. But you know what, Fred? Shut up. There's nothing better than this right now. Nothing. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Seriously, breathtaking. Seriously. I could pull my camping chair out of the car and sit down somewhere and just stare at this for hours. Just when I thought I had seen the most beautiful thing ever, this just keeps getting better. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. this footage. Have a 2 or 3 hour video, I don't care. I don't care if anybody watches it. I want this. I want all of it. See, we've got another one of these retaining wall bridges. Tunnel. Is that I'm just driving here holding on to my phone. I don't have any kind of I do have a little bit of a holder, and I've got my GPS, which is an old unit, but I'm glad to have it because it doesn't need internet in order to function. So it's a good backup for me right now. That's this. Starting to feel a bit hungry. Not true, but because my purpose for this trip supersedes the journey, however, it's something I've always wanted to do, and I've decided that I was going to take the time to do it well, to satisfy that desire to see this, see the country from the Pacific Ocean to Lake Ontario. And I've already seen the east coast from there into Nova Scotia and the Cabot Trail through New Brunswick and Quebec. I didn't get to Newfoundland or PEI. I may try to go back there again sometime. It's a beautiful country. But for the most part, I can say, well, I was at the Atlantic Ocean in Nova Scotia, so I've been on the Pacific Ocean here in Vancouver, and I've been at the Atlantic Ocean in Nova Scotia. So I've crossed, well, by the time I'm done this trip, I will have crossed Canada. It's just going to put the camera down. I mean, literally, I just stopped videoing 3 seconds before this view unfolded in front of me. This is hopeless. It's hopeless to think that I can put the camera down. I don't think it's always going to be like this. You just never know what, you get on the other side of this and it's going to be like, oh, there's no more of that. Then what? Then what, Fred? Well, I had about a quarter tank of gas when I left, and now I have about 64 kilometers that I can still drive before I fill up. And that, my friends, was a really stupid thing to do. That's very stupid. I don't know if I'm going to find a gas station within the next 64 kilometers. I haven't seen anything since I left. Man, this could be bad. if I run out of gas, at least I'll be stuck in a beautiful place. Oh dear. If it's all downhill like this, it would be great, but it's up and down and up and down. Let's hope somewhere up there soon there's a gas station. We've got about 51 kilometers. It's not very far when you're in the mountains. This is potentially a very bad situation. I don't know. If I don't find a gas station, I don't really know what the solution here is. It's a little bit freaky. So I'm at a highway rest stop here. I just stopped. I had a tin of sardines and a couple of dill pickles. I asked a lady, she reassured me that in about 20 minutes I'll hit a gas station. Here's my buggy. Yeah, that'll be me limping in on fumes, so what a relief. What a relief. This is a sight for sore eyes. Gas station. Woohoo! We made it. We have 29 kilometers left to go. And looks like there's a big lineup here for gas. Big demand. The gas is a lot less than I paid in Coquitlam. It's 135.9 and I paid 147. Oh, maybe the lineup is, oh yeah, it is for gas. I thought maybe the lineup was for coffee. Here's another gas station up here. It sort of makes sense, you know. I'm getting awful close to Alberta, the source of Canada's oil and gas. You would think gas would be cheaper, but not everything makes sense. So what's the price for gas at this gas station? 135.9. That's fine. That's just fine. And more Hutterites or types. You see these people, they look like Mennonites, and they're very nicely dressed, but it is Sunday. They're not Mennonites proper anyway, because they're driving in cars by the van load, and they have cell phones. I don't know what they are. I think maybe Hutterites. I wanted to talk to them. I like the way they're dressed. They all have black. The men have vests. The women have pleated long skirts. There's another one there. Didn't want to make it so obvious to throw my camera on her. They all have buns in their hair and long pleated skirts. A lot of Alberta plates. And then Arizona. Well, I only made it 711 kilometers on my tank of gas. That one. I paid $52.30. Not bad. The Golden solution. Here I am in a little place called Golden, where I got the liquid gold, what I needed. To carry on my way. I was worried. That was close. More caution for bighorn sheep crossing. I thought they were mountain goats. Bighorn sheep. Oh, I'd like to see that. Well, I have a dumb question. I haven't seen a sign that said, "Welcome to Alberta." I don't have data to check or verify information. I was just in a little town called Golden, and I don't know if it's Golden, BC or Golden, Alberta, because most of the plates I see here are Alberta plates. Normally when you enter another province, there's a big announcement, "Welcome to Alberta." So I haven't seen that. I'm going to assume that I'm still in BC, but I could be wearing egg on my face because I'm stupid about this stuff. I don't know the geography and I've never studied it. If it wasn't for the fact that I know I'm driving east, I don't know what direction I am. Well, more stunning views. There was lots of mountains that I didn't take footage of because they were sort of more of the same, but this is interesting and different and beautiful yet again. Am I right? You know I'm right. Anyway, I'm always right except when I'm wrong. These are some windy mountain roads. And now a nice big long lineup of cars. Can you imagine back in the day, some surveyors were tasked with marching through these wild lands, mapping them out, determining the best route for roads. Look at this. I mean, it's a sheer cliff face that was blasted off to put this road, and on the other side right there, can't really see it, but on the other side here is a deep canyon, or basically we're just on the edge of a mountain. Incredible. like the rocks. Very nice. I think I'm gonna like Alberta a lot. Kicking Horse Rest Area. Let's go over here to Kicking Horse Rest Area. Check it out. I kind of want to cook up some of my chicken anyway. Over here. Oh yeah, some pretty quick moving water. It's like mountain stream. Nice. Kicking Horse Canyon, and it's confirmed I'm still in BC, of course. From its source in the ice fields along the Continental Divide near Wapta Lake, the Kicking Horse River flows west for 84 kilometers before joining the Columbia River at Golden. Connecting the valleys of the Bow River and the Columbia River, the Kicking Horse River Valley is an important wildlife corridor providing habitat to deer, elk, bears, wolves, mountain goats, bighorn sheep, moose, and many other species of mammals and birds. It was the first river in British Columbia to be recognized as a Canadian heritage river. Well, there you have it, folks. You heard it from me first. Now, I'm going to cook me up some meat. Another feast here by Fred. Woohoo! Look at that, baby. Well, what an awesome pit stop. A great meal. And as an extra bonus, I met a wonderful man, and we had some excellent conversation, and we had some experiences in common. I gave him my YouTube channel. Keith, if you're watching, hey, it was great to meet you, and leave a comment down below. And yeah, so that was just awesome. And as I told him, I don't connect with people that well. Even though I have great social skills, I don't find everybody interesting. Is maybe not a very nice thing to say. So look at this. This is my first view pulling out of the rest stop. Just more of the same. Glorious, glorious Canada. Driver's side window. Beautiful. this would be a once-in-a-lifetime trip. I kind of believe that. You rarely do it without a purpose. But I will say this. I am more impressed than I could have ever imagined. And just based on this, I could see me wanting to see it again. Or perhaps show somebody else and share it with them. That's the only thing that would make it better. Is it's always better to go somewhere or see something with someone else. The memory is cemented in that experience with someone else, because then you can say, remember when we went across Canada and that spot or that view or that experience or that person, okay? When you do something by yourself, I don't know. A lot of the things I've done in my life, I don't find most people really want to hear me talk about it much. But if they were there with me, they would. I guess that's just human nature. Right now, this is so spectacular, I can't put the camera down. I just need to pay attention and make sure that I'm watching my driving. Oh yeah, with the sun setting on the mountains. Look at those snow-capped peaks. Or are they just rocks? Maybe that's just rocks. Many people have done this and seen this. Perhaps some just take it for granted. I'm thankful to have the opportunity. Yeah. Such a vast country, such a big land. If you fly from Ontario to Vancouver, from Toronto to Vancouver, which is basically the drive I'm doing, it's 5 hours in a jet. And that's not the whole country. So I've often thought about, what does it mean to be a Canadian? What is a Canadian? Do we have a common identity? And Western Canadians are different than Eastern Canadians, and people that live in Toronto are different. But we do share a national pride. We're very proud of our country and our nature. So to be able to drive across Canada and see it as a Canadian is really a wonderful thing. It's getting a little dark. It's not optimum for shooting scenery anymore. I'm still on day 2, and I had predicted that I would shoot day 2 and day 3 into one video, but I have so much now that I'm going to try to put this together into a day 2 video. What I saw today was absolutely remarkable, and I don't want to cut a lot of it out. So I'm going to try to put this together into a day 2 video, and let's wrap this up for today. I'm quite a ways away still from my destination, but I think I'll call it a wrap for the day. So, as always, love yourselves, stay safe, be awesome. Oh, look. Welcome to Alberta. Goodbye, BC. It's been nice knowing you. Well, we made it to Alberta. Wow, so this is Alberta. Hello, Alberta. What surprises are in store for me here?